I'm with Ken Fisher here from Cabrillo High School of Long Beach. Ken, glad to get to chat with you about what you have done with this program. So could you give me a little background on how things started?
Well, Larry, basically back in 2006, I was teaching algebra, and teaching out of a book just wasn't really working for me. So I decided to develop some different projects in which the kids can get learning of hands-on mathematics and data collection. So it started with a little solar-powered card that the kids would collect data on how fast it would go every 5 feet. And then from there, they had to find a prediction on how long it would go, 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet, and then all the way across the United States.
Nice.
From there, it developed into using a robot to be able to do it, programming that bot, driving it around campus. A few years back, in talking with Mr. Victor Lukine, one of my former students of 2010, he came up with the idea to have students collect data on their cell phones using MatLab. And so we started doing that with the robots. We started doing it with our electric vehicles, and even taking it on to roller coaster rides to figure out all the G-forces and different things. And then now it's expanded to this glider flight project.
Wow.
That our seniors and juniors of Cabrillo High School in our engineering program get to actually learn the true aspect of what mathematics is by collecting the data, analyzing the data, and then modeling that data inside of Excel and MatLab. This is pretty new to them. So a lot of our students at Cabrillo High School, we are a Title I school. The majority of our students are below the poverty line. And so you're talking about the fact of just opening up their eyes to what's in the world around them and giving them an opportunity to see that STEM, mathematics, engineering, technology, science, can really open some doors to a great financial future if they choose to study it and get themselves involved with what we do at Cabrillo High School in our engineering and design program.
So were you part of this program when Victor, who I've already interviewed, had a chance to go through this?
Yes, Victor was basically my protege. I trained him, got him going, and he loved what we were doing, so much so that after getting his master's degree in math and aerospace engineering, he decided to come back and help support for the next generation of kids to be inspired.
How exciting. Yeah. Thank you so much for taking time out to be with me today, and we are so excited about what you're doing, and we look forward to hearing more about the future.
Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate it.
Let's take a moment now and interview a couple of our students. Today I'm with Aaliyah Atkins, and she is part of this program out here. She's been flying in the glider and having a good time. So Aaliyah, tell me about the program. What is it about this that appeals to you?
Being a part of the glider trip is really one of the big parts, and it's part of our capstone classes of engineering. So I think being a part of this program at Cabrillo High School is really amazing, and it's not offered to any other schools. So if you get the opportunity to take these classes and courses and participate in these events, I believe you should, because it is a great opportunity to help prepare you.
Do you see it helping you with some kind of a future? Oh
yes, I plan on still pursuing STEM, so participating in these events have really helped me to prepare for that. As soon as I got out of my comfort zone and started getting more involved, that's when I really started to learn what I'm capable of through engineering, and it has really prepared me for all of this, like the glider trips.
Super, that sounds like a lot of fun as well.
It's amazing. It's so much fun.
I've seen people having a lot of fun out here today.
Like, it's so much fun.
Great. Well, Leah, thank you so much for participating with me today. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Hey, Jonathan, good to have you with us today. So tell me, what does this class bring to you? What do you see as its big value?
Well, this class, it teaches you a lot about aerospace. One of the things I'm interested about is, like, you know how there's like different kinds of planes and gliders. They all have their different kinds of specifications, and so what I want to learn is just like what different tweaks is different about this plane that separates it and specifies it compared to another plane. It's a really good overall engineering experience that I think will help me in my future.
That sounds great. This is a good place to get your feet wet and see if you like it, right? And if you like it, you know where to go from there.
Right on.
Great. Thank you so much for hanging with us today.
Of course.
Hey, today I'm with Victor Lukine, and Victor has basically been defined as the poster child of the program we've got going on here. But so, Victor, tell me a little bit of background. How did you get started in all this, and what was it like for you?
Yeah, so I'm actually an alumni of the school, Cabrillo High School. Back in 2010, I graduated. I then pretty much went to Cal State Long Beach, got my degrees in both aerospace and mathematics.
You even have the sweatshirt to prove it?
Yeah, I actually have the sweater today to prove it. And around 2018, I graduated with my master's in aerospace engineering, started working for the Air Force. We developed an education partnership agreement with the Air Force between Edwards Air Force Base and the Long Beach Unified School District.
Sweet.
And we basically were able to come up with a project, we refer to it as the Glider Flight Project, where you take about 40 students every year, you teach them the fundamentals of flight test, and you basically have them come down and do a flight test program.
How do you see it changing the lives of people? I think, again, you probably saw it
Right.
touch you as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, this year we had about 10 students that came back. So last year we had 40 students. Out of those, we had 10 juniors. We were able to kind of train them on every aspect of the project, and we've seen them transform into leaders where now they are teaching the other students, the other 30 that come, and kind of lead the entire project. So even though we have 4 engineers from Edwards today, everything today has been run by students. But as they're having fun, so they realize, hey, it's not just theory, a pen and paper trying to figure out a math problem, but it's how do I actually apply it in real life, and what else can I do with that knowledge to even understand further what we're doing here with flight test.
Super. Victor, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate this. It's exciting to see what you all are doing and the life change that's happening in these students. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Today I'm here with Chris Vanderheide and Alida Van Hoy. Both of them actually work at Edwards Air Force Base and participate in this program, but I'm going to let them tell us more about what they're doing.
So, hi, we work for the Air Force, and we work actually a partnership. We do partnerships with STEM out at Edwards Air Force Base. I work for Air Force Research Lab. Halida works with the 412 Test Wing. So, Halida, why don't you talk about the program?
Sure. So the Glider Flight Program is a program that we started about 4 years ago, and it includes a glider flight for each of the students that are going to be participating in the program. It is a cohort from Cabrillo High School that comes in. It's an engineering cohort. So what we do is we teach them about flight tests, which is what we do at Edwards Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So our engineers, we have a group of engineers that help us put together lessons for the students. They bring GoPros that we install in the glider so that they can keep track of what they're doing as they're flying. They also gather data on MatLab on their iPhones, and they keep track of that data. So at the end of the day after our flights, we go out to the hotel where they're staying at a local hotel, and our engineers will teach them how to analyze that data as a flight test engineer normally does. So it's really cool because we truly do what flight test engineers do on base at Edwards Air Force Base. So the engineers put together flight cards so that as the kids are flying, they're keeping track of certain data at certain points of their flights, just like a regular flight test engineer. So it's super cool. So this is a great program because not only do they learn about flying qualities, they will learn how roll, pitch, and yaw work and what control surfaces are used to maneuver roll, pitch, and yaw in the aircraft. They also learn about flight test engineering with the flight cards and analyzing the data. And it also helps them in their math because they practice their math while they're here. So super excited about this program. We've been doing it for I don't know if this is our 4th or 5th year, but it's really a lot of fun and everybody seems to enjoy it even though it's a lot of hard work.
Great. Wow, this is just an amazing program you all are a part of, and it's changing lives of these young people. It really is. And they're having so much fun doing it. So thank you so much for the time to get to interview today and for all your work you're doing here with these kids.
Thank you very much.